The Tuscarawas and Holmes County region of Ohio is home to the largest Amish community in the world. In and around the villages of Sugar Creek, Walnut Creek, Charm, and New Bedford, Ohio, are the beautiful farms, shops, and schools of these gentle and friendly people. This remote area was settled in the early 1800s by Amish and Swiss immigrants, many of whom brought their old world craftsmanship and work ethic with them to this new world. Among the Swiss immigrants were the Warthers, a family of carvers and craftsmen. Fifth-generation master carver David Warther continues his family's tradition of creating fine artwork for the visiting public to see, to learn from, and to enjoy. The carvings created by David are not for sale, but rather are dedicated for use in an artistic and highly educational art exhibit depicting the history of ships from First Dynasty Egypt to the present day. As America's last ivory carver, David Warther's carvings are a priceless collection of fine artwork that have been displayed in America's premier maritime museums. The intricate antique ivory and ebony wood carvings stand as a testimony to Warther's talent and ability. The ivory David carves from is legally purchased from other museums here in the United States, or donated from private collections. This quiet, pleasant, and unassuming man is the grandson of the late Mooney Warther, who was known for his carvings of the history of steam locomotives. Visitors and art critics agree the craftsmanship and artistry in the Warther family have reached their pinnacle with the extraordinary carvings of David Warther. This fifth-generation carver has devoted his life to carving the history of the sailing ship.
I started carving ships when I was 6 years old, and when I was 17 I made my first accurate carving from blueprints and drawings. From then until now, my goal has remained unchanged, to create an artistic and educational collection of carvings that will be a benefit to the visiting public.
His growing collection includes the elegant voyage to punt ships of ancient Egypt, the stately cogs of medieval Europe, and the majestic ships from the American Age of Sail. Among his remarkable carvings, you'll find the Pilgrim's Mayflower, Henry Hudson's Half Moon, Captain Cook's Endeavour, and Columbus's Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. With a goal of carving more than 100 ships, Warther's project is ongoing. Carving daily in his workshop, David continuously adds to this unique and amazing collection. The research for this work is extensive. David maintains constant communication with maritime scholars and underwater archaeologists worldwide. The carvings are made with the use of blueprints and drawings furnished by these scholars and maritime museums. David's talent has earned national recognition. Officials from the Mariners Museum at Newport News, Virginia, praised David's work as being extraordinarily exquisite carvings, beyond compare. At Mystic Seaport in Connecticut, curators declared that Warther's artwork epitomizes the highest level of achievement in maritime art. In 1996, David received the Governor's Award for the Arts, which is the highest award bestowed on an artist in the state of Ohio. The artistic details and methods are of special interest to many viewers. David engraves the highly polished ivory through a process known as scrimshaw. Here he scores fine lines on ivory surfaces with a handheld stylus. Later, when the ink is applied to the surface, the microscopic pores in the ivory absorb the ink, while the polished areas remain white. In this fashion, the planking, doors, windows, and other details on board the ship come to life. Visitors are intrigued by the ivory rigging David has perfected. Each rigging line is made of ivory, hand-filed to 7/1000ths of an inch in diameter, and then applied to the ship carving. David developed this hand-filing and sanding technique for making ivory threads at the age of 13. Refusing to sell his carvings to maritime museums and private collectors, David Warther continues to develop an unsurpassed collection. The Warther carvings were displayed in major maritime museums in New England in the 1980s. From then until 2003, The carvings were exhibited at David Warther Carvings, a public exhibit located at Sugar Creek, Ohio. In 2003, David closed the exhibit to focus his attention on creating his best works and to prepare for the reopening of the exhibit in an improved facility that will better display the expanded collection. In 2008, the carving exhibit was chartered as a not-for-profit organization in the state of Ohio and received tax-exempt recognition from the IRS to operate as a museum art exhibit that can accept tax-deductible contributions from individuals as well as funding from charitable and educational trusts and foundations. Currently, the carving exhibit is engaged in a capital fundraising campaign that will assist in building a 10,000 square foot exhibit in the geographic center of the Tuscarawas and Holmes Amish community, widely known as the most popular tourist destination in Ohio. This building will serve as the permanent home for the carvings and will be open to the public throughout the year. The exhibit will be located on State Route 39 between the villages of Sugar Creek and Walnut Creek, Ohio. Shown here are several acres of land that have been donated to the exhibit. Funding is now needed to erect the exhibit building and to create a parking area. David's carving workshop will be incorporated into this new building, where he will continue his carving work and greet visitors. David Warther has devoted his life to creating artwork for the benefit of the viewing public. The organization that bears his name is now working diligently to provide the carvings a permanent home for the benefit of the viewing public who travel to this community from around the world. Your help is needed. No gift is too small. Every gift will be utilized exclusively for the building project. To make a gift or for more information, visit the official website at www.warther.org. Feel free to contact us by telephone at 330-343-1865 or by email at warther@roadrunner.com. We can also be reached by way of postal mail in care of Warthers, P.O. Box 6, Dover, Ohio 44622.